Whoa. I don't think I've seen one of those vehicles before. That looked like a three-wheeled. I forget what those are called. Almost like an ATV, almost like an all-terrain vehicle. Whenever I see people riding around in those, it always just reminds me of the movie Batman Forever. They used a lot of those vehicles in that movie. Batman Forever was the one where Val Kilmer was Batman and Arnold Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze. They used a lot of LED lighting and all-terrain vehicles in that movie. So you can see traffic is pretty steady. It's pretty steady here, but this isn't the largest. This is one of the smaller main roads, but I'm sure the largest main roads out here have traffic, have bumper to bumper traffic right now, which I'm only just learning does happen here. It does happen. It is a daily thing, but just during rush hour. Same like everywhere. But look, this is a nice garden. Someone planted a whole bunch of different flower bushes, but they didn't go too crazy with it. Alright, now we're passing Kawili Street, which goes down that way. I mentioned in previous videos down that way are a few restaurants, like a Japanese restaurant with like I feel like kind of street food, maybe like small hand rolls, bubble tea. I don't know, like not a sit down Japanese restaurant is what I'm getting at. Some coconuts. You know, seeing all the coconut trees seeing all the coconut trees. Here's a really small version of a baby version of this. The trees that I've been seeing everywhere. Seeing all the coconut trees here actually makes me wonder whether in Florida, in some place that I'm a lot more familiar with, on the east coast of the mainland, there are a lot of palm trees there. I wonder whether there are also a lot of coconut trees there, and really like what these guys did with their entrance. But because of how much like fruit grows out here on trees, I feel like it's fairly common to find fresh fruit on the ground that's fallen from trees, to find like coconuts that you can just like on the ground, just like on the grass, just like walking places that you can just pick up and take home and crack open. I think the next thing that I'm kind of curious about is fishing and being able to take home and prepare fish. A lot of people fish out here. Without even needing any boats or anything. They'll just go. You can just go by the shore, cast your line and catch fish. We've got a house that has some chickens. There's some chickens just walking out free. I've seen that in Florida. I've seen videos of that in Florida. That's why I'm curious. I hadn't had a chance to spend too much time in Florida, certainly not as an adult. But so I didn't realize that there were wild chickens, wild roosters that occasionally walk around. But yeah, so regarding rush hour traffic, going back to that, I keep hearing that the main island that Oahu has really bad traffic. And I know that island has highways. I think this island just has one interstate that cuts across the island. Maybe just one or two interstates that cut across the island, but no actual highways. But Oahu is supposed to have. I mean, Oahu apparently has big highways. I remember seeing New Year's videos and unlike in big cities that have all sorts of fire restrictions, which make it so that people have to congregate in just one or two places to get to see a big fireworks show during the holidays, like New Year's or the Independence Day here. On the Hawaiian Islands, everyone buys fireworks. And so and launches them. Everyone buys fireworks and launches them, and so what you end up getting is, if you can get to like a good vantage point, sort of like a popcorn popping fireworks display, like you get to see just waves and waves of fireworks going off, of smaller fireworks going off all over the island, rather than seeing one big show, one huge fireworks show. So that was something I'd never seen before. That was something I'd never seen before, but yeah, it's pretty cool kind of seeing fireworks launched across, all across the town and all across the island. Just like a massive grid of fireworks going off. I know the latest thing that's been added to fireworks displays has been drones. And so I half expected New York's fireworks last 4th of July to incorporate drones, but because of the pandemic, they didn't even do as large of a fireworks display as they normally do. I believe they did it at the top of the Empire State Building, where normally they do it at the Brooklyn Bridge. And everyone kind of congregates around the bridge. Alright, so I've just got, I was gonna say I've just got one more day, but you know, I think tomorrow, as long as the weather is okay, I will make it back. I will make it back over to the coast for you guys. And I'll probably get some footage by the water tomorrow, as long as the weather's decent. I also see these everywhere. I have to find out what these are called. These big flowers that I think people wear in their hair. There's the top of Mauna Kea again. Honestly, if people hadn't told me, I would not be able to tell that that's a volcano. That's a volcano from here, from down on the ground. But yeah, if you drive up there, it's about 70 degrees here. It'll drop into the 40s. It'll drop into the 40s if you drive up there. And then I think overnight when it usually snows, that's when it'll drop. That's when it'll drop into the 30s. So the church here, and then this house, which I feel like is clearly the same architect as the church. So hopefully I'll get to find out the story behind the two. Maybe someone else lives there now, but maybe back when this was first built, maybe the parishioner lived in the house back there. But it's United Community Church. Here we've got, I believe, a junior high school and a high school combined. Not 100% sure. Definitely a junior high school here. We've got a baseball field and